From the Daily Mail, sneak attack Iran could use on America. Urgent warning as war threatens to spiral out of control. I think that any time at this point, okay, anytime there's talking about an actual attack on American soil, because a lot of people are kind of when they hear about that, they're thinking about our bases, military bases in and about, the region, in the Middle East. And I don't think that's where the attack would be. Because when you're looking at something like this, a sneak attack they could use, well, he's talking about American soil. And you got to look at it through the lens of Alejandro Mayorkas. Any attack on America must be seen through the lens of the last 4 years under Joe Biden, where they just allowed any and everyone to come in unfettered from over 100 different countries. Some of them are extremely hostile to us. Mayorkas just let them all in. It was, you can come here and we'll give you a free pass to Disneyland. So that has to be the prism by which you see this. As the conflict in Iran reaches a critical tipping point for the U.S., a cyber warfare expert has warned that an attack by Iranian hackers is not just possibility, it is likely. James Knight, who has over 25 years of experience in digital security, told the Daily Mail that Americans should be prepared for bank disruptions and potential blackouts if the U.S. officially enters the fighting between Israel and Iran. Moreover, Knight warned that hackers have already planted malware. Let me say that again. Moreover, Knight warned that hackers have already planted malware in U.S. systems that could be activated in a desperate final act of revenge by the Iranian government in the coming days. Even if, quote, even if the U.S. does not get involved, we could expect some lone wolves who are going to want to implement some sort of revenge. That's why I say you got to see this through the lens of Alejandro Mayorkas and the abuse he put on our border, the likes of which this country has never seen. I mean, you've never seen anything like this, where millions and millions and millions of people from all over the world were given a free pass. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said in a statement read by the television presenter that his country will not accept President Donald Trump's call for an unconditional surrender. After refusing demands to give up their nuclear program, Iran has warned that the U.S. joining the conflict will mean all-out war. In the digital realm, Knight revealed that this could mean multiple teams of Iranian hackers targeting key U.S. lifelines, including banks, power grids, oil pipelines, and even hospitals. Quote, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to start attacking U.S. crypto exchanges, U.S. banking infrastructure. That wouldn't surprise me, Knight said. Knight, a security expert for digital warfare, works with companies and government agencies to test their cyber defenses. Organizations hire pen testers like Knight to break through their security on purpose to see what they are vulnerable and to see where they are vulnerable. The digital guru revealed that he has already been contacted by organizations regarding the potential of an Iranian cyber attack against American businesses. Remember, in 2023, Senator Josh Hawley of, I believe, Missouri, was conducting oversight with Alejandro Mayorkas, and he asked him point blank, "Are you aware of the uptick in Chinese nationals coming in through the southern border?" And he just specifically was talking about one point of entry. I believe it was El Paso. I could be wrong about that, but Josh Hawley was like, "Are you aware?" And man, Alejandro Mayorkas should be tried. What he did to our border cannot be legal. And so Josh Hawley asked him, "Do you know the numbers of Chinese nationals coming across just one point of entry?" And she says, "I know it has increased significantly." It's like, it's increased significantly. It was 900% in one point of entry. Now, it was my assertion that they didn't come here, they were sent here. And then when you actually take a look at them, you can see these are not, people like from Honduras, where they come with, with the shirts on their back. You could see that. It's like, well, if you know there's been a significant uptick, what have you been doing about it? And then he goes into this spiel that, well, anyone who comes to the southern border that poses a threat to the U.S., we are putting a hold on them. And it's like, whoa. It was an uptick of 900% just in one specific illegal port of entry. And you just start, what? Waiting for them to act up? Waiting for them to act out? Why would they send someone that would pose a threat? That would be your first question. Why would the Chinese Communist Party send people to our southern border that would immediately trip red flags? Why would they do that? They wouldn't. They would send someone that can actually slide through. "Oh, I'm seeking asylum." So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez would say, "Well, then let him in." They're already here. And Alejandro Mayorkas let him in. Knight explained that the likeliest target of cyber attack will come against major power plants and energy production facilities aimed at causing chaos throughout the U.S. rather than inflicting lasting harm. It would be the revenge tit for tat sort of attacks, he said, taking things down, causing blackouts. However, Knight explained that each Iranian cyber unit specializes in a different type of target, and some are more focused on targeting everyday Americans by stealing their private information, passwords, and breaking into large networks like hospitals. There's no security in these hospitals and healthcare systems. There's no security. There is no security in these hospitals and healthcare systems. So yeah, that's a very soft target.